Hey, what's going on, folks, man? I can't wait to get into this video. Yes, the latest episode of Atlanta came out, titled Cancer Attack, so we're going to get into that. But before we dive into it, if this is your first time here, please hit that like and subscribe button. Also hit that bell so you can get notified whenever a video drops. I appreciate any type of view, any type of subscription I get. It's all love. I just appreciate it. And as always, I talk in the comments. Hopefully you guys, well, let me run that back. I talk to the camera. Hopefully you guys talk in the comments. So anyway, man, let's just get into it. Cancer Attack, we get back to the main characters. This is not a standalone episode. It's kind of moving the story along. And this is going to be a fairly short reaction video, man, because although the episode was 45 minutes, you know, by the end of the episode, you kind of got the gist of what went down, man. Yeah, so Cancer Attack, it's having Paperboy and the gang do their thing. You know, Earn is on his professional manager thing, go ahead and directing people, making sure Paperboy's ready to go, making sure they got ginger beer instead of ginger ale. The team is moving, you know. Darius is doing his hippie entourage thing, all that type of jazz. And apparently they got a new member in the crew from the house party, from the billionaire's house. Socks is now rolling with him. And if you saw this episode, you already know how this ended, man. So, you know what? This was just like a life lesson, in my opinion. This is why some people just don't accept new friends, fam. Just straight up like that. And when you start to put two and two together, it kind of makes sense, man. Like when you think about how hard Socks was going for Darius, somebody that he just met. You know, when he thought Darius was kind of like racially profiled or whatever. Sometimes, you know, you gotta be careful with those. But sometimes those people who just overreact that quickly and they barely know you, they got other intentions. And apparently we're going to see how this plays out as the season rolls along. But that's one thing that I took from it. I look at every Atlanta episode like, try to look at it with a fine-tooth comb, man. Try to see if there's a deeper meaning in scenes and stuff like that. I probably overreact when it comes to watching Atlanta, but that's one thing I took from it. Whenever somebody that you barely know or you don't know at all, and they just go a little too hard for you in order to maybe, you know, put your guard down or to like get some type of approval from you. You know, this is the message that they're sending. Those are the people you got to watch out for the most. I mean, damn. You know, Paperboy phones goes missing, and they look everywhere except for Socks. You know, they even had Earn check the kid for cancer to make sure he ain't steal the phone. They asked the one manager about his nephew. They actually had him come back, and they were interrogating him the entire episode, basically. That's really what it was about. And you know what? And I don't think it's just a one-man job. You know, that is one take I do have. I don't think it's a one-man job. I don't think Socks is acting alone. Matter of fact, I forget the dude's name, but the homeboy that they were questioning the entire episode, I really feel like it's him, Socks, and maybe even that clueless manager who's the uncle of the guy being interrogated. I think all of them are in on it. I think it's kind of like a systematic or systemic job they got going on here, man. I don't think it's just Socks doing this on his own. And you know what? That's really it. You know, but there are some other questions of the episode that I really want to, you know, get to it. I'm glad the episode had that ending, because at first I was kind of just like, okay, where is this going, man? Damn, this whole episode is just about finding this dude's phone. But now you see the deeper meaning once it ended. But what I'm curious about more than that even, you know, I still don't know what's going on with Van. You know, we kind of got a, little insight. Well, not even much of an insight really. But, Earn is texting Van like, hey, it's been 6 days. Are you good? And that entire episode, Van never responded until like towards the end. And all she sent was the thumbs up emoji. So clearly something is going on with Van. I think it has something to do with like maybe depression, even though it's a fictional show, maybe even, God forbid, maybe even some type of suicide type of thoughts or something like that. But something is definitely, something that's negative is going on with Van. And I think we saw like a glimpse of it even when the first episode or the first day that we see them in Europe, and she says she just needs a break, to get away from the kid and things of that nature. I forget the words exactly, so I'm paraphrasing it, but I even said like, I think she even just mentioned that how she was just stressed and just needed to get away for a minute. So I think something overwhelming is going on with Van that, drove her to Europe with the gang. So as I mentioned, they haven't, linked up since the house party, and even at the house party, another sign something's clearly wrong. She's pushing random people in the pool, all that type of stuff. Ern tried to call her after they all left the house party. She simply hit the decline. So I'm trying to see what's going on with that, man. But I do think it's it's not good for what Sox is doing, clearly. But I think it's going to get even darker from there. I do think it's going to get to a point to where Sox is trying to line them up to get robbed even. I do think it's going to be something like that, And, I don't even want to, even though Atlanta, sometimes will jump on race and stuff a lot. I don't even want to say it's like a race thing with Sox. I just think it's just a straight up hater thing, man. It's like, I see y'all out here having a good time. You're making money. You're doing shows, this and the third. And I don't like that. So I'm going to pretend to be cool with you. And I'm going to just try to sabotage y'all whole shit from the inside out. I think it's one of those type of things. And you know what? Maybe I think this episode was very relatable in a sense. Because I think we all have at one point maybe dealt with somebody who pretended like they was down with us. But never really was supportive, behind closed doors. So that's one thing I really enjoyed about this episode. I'm actually good on standalone episodes from here on out. Now I really want to see where the story goes. I don't want to see any other standalone episodes. Let's just see where it goes. Let me just see where the story goes in terms of Sox, aka the white Liam Neeson. Let me see if we can get into it, dive deeper in what's going on with Van. Let me see if the fellas are going to get into some trouble. Once again, one of my predictions is I think that there's going to be like a robbery attempt or something from this point on. I mean, you already, threw away Paperboy's phone, so he doesn't have it. It's not like, from the episodes I've seen, it's not like they roll that, that tough or that deep with security. So I just have a bad feeling that somebody's going to get robbed, or the crew's going to get robbed, and hopefully no one gets hurt. But that's just my take. That's just my opinion. Let me know what y'all thought about the episode. Once again, Sox is a foul dude, and this is why some people just don't let new friends in the circle, especially if nobody really knows dude like that. It's one thing if I'm really, really cool with this one person, and I bring him in the circle, I could speak on this dude. But Darius is bringing this random dude who just went a little too hard for him at a house party, and all of a sudden he's with the entourage. You can't move like that. No new friends in that sense. Nevertheless, man, looking forward to it. I wanted to see where the story goes. Love it or hate it, that's my opinion. Peace.